Well, government has defended its approach towards ending the menace. Media Relations Officer of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, Parkwesi Shandoff, joins us in the studio for a tete-a-tete on this conversation. Shandoff, you're welcome. And I see you're already ready to present to us something on the screen. Tell us what you're going to present to us, and let's get into it right away.
All right. So, as we all know, on Friday, government had a meeting with all the civil society organizations, and the minister provided an update on the fight against illegal mining. I just want to skip some of the basic facts and get into the substance of that presentation, because there's been a lot of conversation about what government is really doing to deal with the elephant in the room. But I want us to first start off with the status of illegal mining at the beginning of the year. We do have a total of 288 forest reserves. 44 have been besieged and impacted. Out of this 44, we have 9, which, well, we met 9, which were designated red zones, which means that you could not penetrate them because they were protected by heavily armed thugs. Now, if you look at the numbers, in terms of the forest reserves, we had 5,500 hectares of land, or we do have still, which is equivalent to some 7,500 football pitches. So this is basically the extent of the devastation, across board. This is just the status at the beginning of the year. I think I've already gone through this. The illegal mining hotspots that we have in the country basically are found in the Ashanti, the Western, and the Western North regions in that particular regard. I did say that 44 have been besieged and impacted. Now, out of that 44, 9, like I said, were controlled by armed illegal miners. 12 have frequent incursions, 18, the situation is medium, and then 5 generally under control. So these are the red zone forest reserves, which as of now have actually been repossessed. The Jimira and Jimira extension of Afao Hills, Tano area of Fing Shelter Belt, Ariaso East, Ariaso South, Subri.
And these are the areas you say was initially taken over by armed thugs.
But right now, thankfully, all of them have been repossessed. Yes, there have been some mild incursions into them, specifically the Offing Shelter Belt. That was, I think, last 2 weeks. But NIMOS was immediately deployed, and they've been able to deal with the issue.
Where are these armed thugs really? Where are they now?
Currently, they've been brought to Accra. As the AG said, they are being lined up for prosecution. So we'll provide that update shortly. I think this is just the graphical overview, the extent of the devastation. We can all appreciate the impact of the illegal mining. We've been telling that story over and over, so I'm sure we can
skip those. Yes.
Exactly. The point I want us to come to is, of course, these are also parts of the effects. Babies being born with the deformities. All of that featured in the minister's presentation last week. But so what we did was to identify the causes of the problem, why we are here. We recognized that there was limited awareness on the environment. Weak enforcement was also part of the issues. Unemployment, poverty and limited access to opportunities, corruption among political elites, then the global demand for gold also was part of the reasons why people were engaging in illegal mining. So what did we decide to do? And this is the thrust of the presentation, our multi-pronged approach to addressing the menace of illegal mining. So based on our diagnosis and the assessments that we had, we decided to categorize all our measures under basically 5 tenets. The first has gotten to do with stakeholder education and collaboration, regulatory reforms, strengthening law enforcement, reclamation of the degraded lands and restoration of polluted water bodies, and then also the provision of alternatives, alternative means of livelihood. So this is basically, if anybody is interested in what government has been doing so far, you can ask the questions or interrogate the issues from this perspective.
Let me ask you right now, the stakeholder education, collaboration, regulatory reforms. I mean, LI 2462, we haven't still not been, they call it? Repealed. Right. Strengthening law enforcement. Right. I don't know how far that has been done. Reclaiming degraded lands, restoration of polluted water bodies. We haven't seen much yet. Now, stakeholder education is what I'm a little bit interested in. When you say stakeholder education and collaboration, is it a matter of educating the Galamseyers or the community people.
Exactly.
And even if you've started, is it really sinking in? Because what we're hearing from other researchers that have come up is that these people who have, there's, I think, about 4 million people, you know, who are relying on Galamsey for their livelihoods.
Exactly.
What kind of education will turn the minds of these people from Galamsey?
You see, the point is that, again, the numbers are true. A lot of people are involved. It's an active economic enterprise. And we do not want them to necessarily abandon mining, because there's nothing wrong with mining. But it should be done responsibly. They need to understand that even though, yes, the law does not frown on mining, it should be done in a very sustainable manner. If you go to some of the local communities, you'll be shocked to learn that they don't reason like the way we do. In fact, there are people in some of the local communities who say that, undoing the earth or digging it up actually helps the earth to regain its, form. Others even believe that Asasiya or Mother Earth has to be stirred once a while. If you don't do that, you are not giving Mother Earth an opportunity to come alive and enjoy.
But even what we're hearing is majority of the people engaging in this, mining are not even from these communities. Well, they're foreigners. Chinese foreigners, and the others fronting for them from here in Accra and going there.
They have local collaborators. And so what we are using the stakeholder education and collaboration to do is to basically kill some of the erroneous impressions. Let me now get into them properly. So basically, what we are doing is to have those extensive conversations across board. As of now, we have done a lot, actually. We have engaged parliamentarians, people, the Council of State members have been engaged, the Ghana Armed Forces, the Ghana Police Service. All of the individuals or organizations listed here have all been engaged. Another advantage of the engagement is that you are able to, just before you come in, you're able to collate opinions and ideas on what governments can do better to enhance the fight against illegal mining. I thought you were coming in.
Yes. When you say you engage them, what do you tell them?
So basically, like we did on Friday, we provide updates on what government is doing so far, and then we open our measures we open them up for interrogation, because yes, sitting at the ministry, we have a fair understanding of what we are doing, but there may be opinions across board that could help. And so we only rake in those opinions.
Sandra, let's be candid here. You think these people you invited to the president's meeting didn't have an idea already of what you're doing? Because really, governor has been in office roughly 8 months. They have told us time and again what they're doing. We know of NIMOS, we know of what the Blue Water Guard. All these things you have told us over and again. Yet, Galamsey is ongoing. In fact, this morning, we've heard of the Takoradi-Nsuta railway line. Over the weekend, it was all over social media. Galamsey ongoing, even after Friday's engagement.
Of course.
So, I'm coming. If you would allow me to finish. We know the problem. Or let me just say, Ghanaians know the problem. They know what is happening. What many think government isn't doing is hitting the nail on its head. That there is not much being done to turn things around. We have gone to these forest reserves with soldiers over and again. We have all the operations you can think of, the education and whatnot, and yet still Galamsey is even more rife now that government is in power. So really, the push for a state of emergency is still on the table.
I think.
And you think there's the point to declare a state of emergency? Is it now?
We're going to get there. I can see the...
Because we don't have time. We don't have the luxury of time. We have 3 minutes.
Now, so I've mentioned stakeholder engagement. You had taken all of it. We are done. We are doing this. It's ongoing. Then there's also the regulatory reforms. But the truth is that maybe I should react briefly to...
You do, because this your minister has already done.
The truth of the matter is that we should be very frank with ourselves. The devastation that had occurred over an 8-year period naturally cannot be undone within this very short period. And so in as much as we have met CSOs, we are rolling out a raft of interventions and all of that, the truth is that we cannot immediately have the results that all Ghanaians are expecting. Perhaps I should skip this.
We understand it.
So I want to hold on in just 2 minutes. I want to we can end it here. This is what we are working towards. Perhaps if you want to judge us moving forward, you can use this metric. We want to operationalize a full operationalization of the reviewed mining and minerals law. That is part of the regulatory reforms by end of 2016. All forest reserves and water bodies will be free of illegal miners in the shortest possible time. That we can assure. The Tree for Life Reforestation Initiative to reclaim that one, reclaim the degraded lands is also ongoing. We should have that full result within the shortest possible time. Then by the end of 2027, 70% of young people who are involved in illegal mining would have been taken and absorbed out of that enterprise. We're also working on significant improvements in the turbidity levels of the water, adequate investments in geological investigations, and then full collaboration with stakeholders. In the long term, this is what we are hoping to achieve, that Ghana gets to the forefront of illegal mining. And in conclusion, this is the most important aspect of all. I've already said that even if you have a competent raft of interventions, very intelligent ideas, and you don't have this political will, you will go nowhere, which is basically the willpower to deal with people, regardless of their political affiliation and all of that. The president is committed, and so maybe this is why I'll say thank you, because you are saying that our time is up. But Mamiesi, by and large, government is working as it does around the clock.
Listen,
the results will
the Takade railway line is destroyed.
Right.
Okay. This, to me, and to many viewers out there, is the situation is out of control. This is a railway line. Taxpayers' money have been used to construct, and illegal miners have destroyed it. So will you come again and tax me or those watching or the Ghanaians out there to go and pay taxes again for this same railway line to be reconstructed?
So a development.
What even are you doing about this morning? This thing you saw.
It's a development that has come. I am also the spokesperson for NIMOS, the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat.
Right.
The Secretariat has taken notice of this, and I'm sure we'll communicate the measures that we are rolling out on this particular matter by close of day, because it's an issue of importance. Indeed, there are other developments which are as gory, worse like this. All of them are under control.
Thank you very much, Shandoff, for your time on our desk. And Pakwesi Shandoff is the spokesperson for the Lands Ministry. Well, we cross.